good. That way, and put slack, and there. That should be cool. Alright, I'm actually going to sit here because I'm sick of seeing press kits where it's just a one shot.
Yeah, I hear you.
I've actually met you type of thing. You over there? Is that going to be good? Any reflections? Anything else you need to be aware of? We actually represent the local independent film effort in the area.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we try.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
No, it's not a great thing, you know. But
Well, anyone who's trying is
yeah.
a good thing to me.
Alright, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, in this case, I probably won't even just do it. I'll just say, hey, we're here with Braff, writer, director, and actor in Garden State, among other things that we, probably don't need to mention. And I'd like to start off with saying, great movie.
Thank you very much.
Really. And how did it all start? Is actually not it, but the movie itself.
The movie began. I went to film school. I set out as a teenager to be a film director, and went to Northwestern, a hop, skip, and a jump from you over here, and made a bunch of short films and submitted them to festivals, and that was sort of my entry into filmmaking. And when I got out of school, I tried to start making as an actor, and I got some roles in New York, and eventually, after waiting tables for a bunch of years, found my way to Scrubs, and that was my big break, and that allowed me to go back to the scripts that I had thought about writing in film school, and really it was the opening of the door for me to be able to try and get this made. So that's how it started.
Now, I think you said it was 25 weeks that you. How many weeks did you shoot this film?
No, not 25 weeks. 25 days.
25 days.
25 weeks is a different movie.
All right. Now, what's the real difference in production between your schedule and working on this film as opposed to working on a TV show?
Well, the funny thing is that an independent film is similar to a single camera TV show in that you're running and gunning, you're moving so fast. Scrubs, we shoot an episode in 5 days, and you just have to shoot so fast, so you don't have time to you do 3 takes and you move on, kind of thing. And that was the same with this. So it was actually a good training camp, to do 3 years of Scrubs before I.
Okay. And you said you did short films in school. Now,
yeah.
Interesting question, I hope, is how much as an education did you get out of that you were able to put into this film?
I think that's the best thing for young filmmakers to do is make movies. And now with the advent of digital video, it's so inexpensive, and kids can really learn that way just by making movie after movie after movie. Of all the things I learned in film school, the thing that was most beneficial was making actual movies, sitting and getting with your friends and learning and doing every different position, working the camera, doing lighting, doing sound, every different thing I could do, I did, and so that when I got to finally direct, I knew what each department was doing.
Right. Now, you were the writer, director, and actor in this movie.
Yeah.
Now, was it hard for you to stay objective, or was there any moments that you were second-guessing yourself? Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I calling the right shots with so much responsibility going into it? You
have to just get extremely confident in yourself. And there's times when, of course, you second-guess yourself, and there's times when you go, what am I doing? I'm so in over my head. But in order to do it, you just sort of have to let your adrenaline get to a certain place where you're like, I'm in it, I'm going for it, I'm doing the right thing. And I was fortunate I surrounded myself with amazing people, producers and the crew, that really were a tremendous support system for me, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without them.
Okay, now you actually classify this movie as an independent film, which is I'll classify it too. But there's some people out there, because you got the backing from Jersey Films, question whether or not this is actually an independent film.
Well, I didn't really get the bang. Jersey produced it.
Okay.
But the movie came from one single guy's wallet, so I don't know how more independent you can get than that.
Wow.
And it was a $2.5 million movie, so that's pretty darn independent. I met this guy, actually in Detroit, born and raised in Detroit, a guy named Gary Gilbert, and everyone in town, all the studios passed on the movie, because I was untested and they didn't know what was going to happen with the script. That's unfortunate.
That's all right. Well, we can edit
You can edit that out.
It's like when you swore there or something like that.
Shit!
There you go. Thank you. All right.
So everyone had passed on the film, and we were about to give up because I had to go back to work soon. And this independent financier stepped forward and funded the whole movie out of his pocket. So
that's great. Now, I do understand that this is coming to the Birmingham 8 in August.
Yes.
Now, with that, Birmingham 8 reputation for small independent films. how many screens are you expecting this to be in across the country? Do you have any idea at this point?
We don't. I think it'll depend on how the film does. You know, that's what they do when they roll out movies of this scale. They commit to a certain number of screens at the beginning, but then it's all dependent. If the film is received well, then it'll expand. So it's opening first on July 30th in New York, LA, and Toronto, and then it'll slowly roll out. Now, you guys, I believe, are getting it on August 13th,
right?
And that might be on one screen. But for example, if it does really well before it gets here, it might end up on two screens, another screen somewhere else. Yeah.
All right, just didn't know if you had a lockdown number on that.
No, I don't think there is.
All right, now
they don't tell me if there is.
All right. So actually, I'm kind of curious about some of the other stuff that you may or may not have a hand in at this point, and that would be the DVD release of it.
Yeah.
Just because you've had so much. And I remember last night you said, I was actually said it on your Q&A last night, you said Natalie Portman had a bigger monologue during the Pet Cemetery scene.
Yeah.
Is something like that going to be on there?
Yeah. Well, I got so much for a DVD. I have the ultimate DVD because I refused to cut the script down, and in fact I cheated the numbers, the margins, so it would look like it was 120 pages, but it was really like 140.
Really?
Yeah. So the assembly of the movie was 2.5 hours long.
No kidding.
Yeah, I cut 45 minutes out of the movie. There's tons of stuff for DVD. Really funny scenes, really extended scenes, lots of funny outtakes, and so there's going to be a great DVD, and Natalie and I are going to do commentary, and it'll be really cool.
Now, do you have a certain amount of control in what goes in?
Yeah, Fox Searchlight's an amazing company. They really are so director-friendly. They've allowed me to be involved in every aspect of the marketing of the film, coming up with the poster and the trailers, and they're so wonderfully collaborative. So, yes, I will.
Well, good. Well, I think we're just about out of time, so I'll just thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Great movie. I'm going to tell everybody to see it.
Please.
Everybody else starts August 13th here in Detroit.
Please go.
Go see it. We'll like it. And that's it. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Hemme.
Dan Hemme, H-E-M-M-Y?
Oh, of course, H-E-M-M-E. It's like the Angel. It's got Hemme in it, that whole thing, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So let me just.
And what's it called again?
Movie Scene.
You're watching Movie Scene. Hi, I'm Zach Braff from the new movie Garden State. You're watching Movie Scene with Dan Hemme, that kind of?
Exactly.
Okay, you ready? Hi, I'm Zach Braff from the new movie Garden State, and you're watching Movie Scene with Dan Hemme.
Good. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, bud.
I appreciate it. And actually, really.